Hey, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining. Sorry, I'm a bit late. I was just had a bit of a choking fit. I tried to take a couple of ibuprofens and got caught up. So I've just been coughing my guts up. That's why my eyes are all shut. But no, I hope everyone is well. We're going to do two issues tonight. So 68 and 69 of the VW Samba. So I hope everyone is well. I'm glad it's Friday. We've got Airborne in Eastbourne this weekend. So I don't think there'll be much happening now because it's quite late, but there was some really low flying aircrafts and things coming overhead. So it's quite loud. I might go down tomorrow and see what's going on. Maybe get some video of the red arrows. I love the red arrows, amazing. Hopefully there won't be too much noise. So let's welcome some of our chatters this evening. So we've got Kenneth in. Good afternoon from Atlanta, Georgia. Love your videos. Thank you very much, Kenneth. I hope you're well. And I'm not sure if you were on the last tank, but the tank's now finished. I was playing with that earlier on actually, and it's really good. It can run over anything. My foot, my housemate was in the kitchen, and I just ran it over his shoes, and it no problem at all. Exactly how it's supposed to work. So yeah, really cool. Lee says hi. So hi, Lee. Dave Matt says, good evening, everyone. Good up your build. Alex, have a great show tonight. Thank you very much, Dave. Lord Peter says hi to Alex. So, hello, Peter. How are you? And hi, Lee and Dave Matt. Dave Matt Builds says hi, Lee and Peter. John's Monomaking says evening, Horlixs, all in chat. Thank you. Hello, John. And then Peter says hi to John and Kenneth. And Dave says evening to John. So just checking, that's all good. John says showcase video for the tank Horlixs. Yeah, I was thinking about it. I know it's not quite 100%. The smoke generator is still not working. I've done everything I can with it, and I know Ian is on the case to see if he could potentially get a replacement part for it. Maybe when that happens, then I can showcase it all. I keep trying it, and it's just not doing anything. Peter says all good. Alex, wait for the next pack. Cool. Yeah, I've still got a few more bits to do. I think I've got another 3 or 4 issues to catch up on after this. So hopefully by that time I'll have another shipment through. Mark's Mods has joined saying hello everyone. So hi Mark, how are you? And Peter says hi to Mark. So I need to just turn this fan on because I'm absolutely sweltering. Oh, yeah, it's really stuffy, the weather. Dave Mack says good evening to Mark, and John says hi to Dave, Peter, and Mark. Mark says hi, Peter, and Dave, and John. Right, so let's go down to the build table and start work. So, let me set the camera, lights, camera, and action. So, 68. So 68 is heating and pedal components. So in this assembly, you will install the heating system duct, the different pedal cables, and the brake fluid line in the front chassis. So we've got lots of pieces, small pieces to look at here. So I've already pre-opened the bag and I'll get all this out. Very fragile feeling. So we need to be careful with these. And there's a lot of things to to examine here. So 68.1 is the front heater duct upper, which is this piece here. 2 is the lower duct cover, so sorry, the front heater duct lower, so that's that one. 3, we've got 3 pedal cables, so they do all look the same. So I think it's this one here, and they've got like an end on them. Yeah, so we've got this one here. That's 1, 2. So they sort of flick out a bit at the end, and this will be the 3rd one here. Okay, 4 is the brake fluid line, which looks to be this one here. 5 is just called a tube, and that's this one here. 6 is the clutch cable, and we know that because it's got a thicker piece on the end there. So that is the orientation of the mag. You can see there it's got the thicker part on there. And then that leaves us with screws. So we've got some BPO4. Oh, that says BDO4 in there, but we've got BPO4. So I think this will be correct because it is plastic components, but we'll see. We'll check that later on. And we've got BPO9, which we do have. So we're keeping an eye on these. So it says BD04, but it's not the first time there's been a slight typo in the mag. So we'll have a look and see what that's about. So step A. Is to combine the 2 parts of the front heater duct as shown in the picture and secure them with 2 BPO9 screws. So let's do that. So I'm going to go through some more chat. So Lord Peter says, I'm waiting 93 to 97 next. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Ian says, very good Friday evening, guys. Thanks, Ian. Yeah, hello, good evening, welcome. Peter says, more body work, and it's getting very heavy. Yeah, I can feel the weight of it now, and you're further than me. Peter says hi to Ian. Ian says hi to Peter. Dave Matt says evening to Ian. Ian says hi, Dave Matt. Dave Mack says, I ordered the 1/200 scale USS Enterprise, the Second World War aircraft carrier. It's coming on the 1st of September. I'm going to order up the detail set. 30 sheets of photo etch and the blue decking. That's going to be amazing. And look forward to seeing some progress on that. I'm sure you will, but send them into MCCUK so we can follow on with that. And I guess you'll be covering some of that on your own channel as well. Mark says mine say BPO4. Oh, okay. Oh, what, the screws? Yeah. Lord Peter says they should be BPO4. Yeah. And Mark says hi to Ian, and Ian says hi to Mark. So, yeah, thank you all very much for joining this evening. So let's fit these 2 pieces together. It's only going to go one way, and that's pretty obvious. Okay, and then we're just going to secure that in with the 2 BP screws. And you can tell it's pretty obvious what screw holes we're going into. So you've got one there, and then one just at this end. Okay, brilliant. And that is a nice fit. Not too tight because we're going into plastic. And there we go. That is that done. Next, we are going to turn the chassis over and insert the front heater duct at the bottom of the front chassis, fit the duct post into the hole shown. So I'm going to have to move some of this out the way for the moment. Let's put all them pipes in there. And we'll bring over the chassis. So I'm carefully placing it on the cushion. If you haven't got one, go and check out Ian at Partware Upgrades. Definitely a necessity, in my opinion, with these builds, especially turning them upside down like this. But I can turn this upside down knowing it's protected. Okay, so we're going to be working up this end. So we're going to fit the heater duct in these two holes here. So you've got a raised one and then this one just here, and it's going to follow the shape. So it's going to go in like that, and that fits nicely. Then we're going to have to turn this back over and secure it with two BD04 screws. So we know that's wrong because BD is for metal. We're going from the other side into plastic. So yeah, as Mark and Peter said, and how I guessed, these are the correct screws. We do want plastic screws for this. So I'm going to load my screwdriver up. We're going to carefully turn this back over so it's sat on its wheels. And then I'm just going to put my hand underneath. Oh, and it's fallen out. I thought that would hold in. I'm just going to, easier said than done. Let me just get this lined up. I'm just going to get this one screw in. So we're going to go into this hole here. And this one just here. Perfect. Again, not too tight because we're going into plastic. And that should now be nice and secure into place, which is. There we go. Perfect. Done. Now we've got the tricky bit of putting all the various pipes in. So we're going to turn the chassis over again and fit the brake fluid line. So that is this windy one. And there's, don't you tell, just in the heater here, we've got a small hole. So this is going to go into this hole at the end, into this hole. And then if I just move you up a bit, this one just down there, under there. So it's going to go in there, and in there, like so. Are we going to be screwing them in? Secure the part from above with two BP09 screws. Okay, so we're going to be putting two screws in. So we're going to have to hold that into place. So I'm actually going to grab some electrical tape. Yay. It's got to come out, isn't it? I'm just going to cut a bit off here, just so we can keep that into place while I turn this over. I'm just going to, just so it doesn't go anywhere. Then we can turn this over. without it falling, and then we can work out, screw it in there, and a screw in this one here. And we want BPO9 screws, yeah, which are nice and small. So I'm just going to carefully put my hand under there and just keep that pipe into place. And then gently screw that in. So that's one in. And it looks like this is the only one we're going to be screwing in. And the other one just here. If it will take. Come on. That's it. Perfect. So we're going to turn this back over again. Check that. And that's nice and secure. And then I can peel this tape off. And that is in. Very fragile though. So let me just go for a little bit more chat. Dave Mack says, I'll be starting that model sometime in the new year, but I'll be doing the unboxing when it comes and put it on YouTube. Awesome. Awesome. Peter Webster says, looking forward to seeing that, Dave Mack. Yeah, definitely. And Peter says, I wish I had the guts to do a big ship, but still not started Titanic yet. Still. You'll be fine, Peter. You'll be absolutely fine. Lindsay says, hi, Horlixs, and all in chat. Hello, Lindsay. Thank you for joining. Welcome. Hope you're well. Peter says hi to Lindsay. Lindsay says hi to Peter. Dave Mack says hi to Lindsay. Lindsay says hi to Dave Mack. And John's Model Making says the Enterprise model must be huge, Dave. So, yeah, those of you who have joined, missed maybe the beginning. As I said, it's Eastbourne Airborne this weekend here. So, as I say, I'm not sure if anything is going to be coming over, but I'm near the town. So there may be some planes coming overhead. But I'm not sure what the schedule is. I'm guessing most of them have probably been done today, but you might hear something. I'm not sure when the Red Arrows are coming over. I think it might be tomorrow for them. Right. Okay. So let's move on then. So we've done the brake fluid line. So we're now going to be doing the clutch cable. Okay, and the clutch cable is going on this far end here. I might need the tweezers for this. So this is the clutch cable with the thicker end, and the thicker end is going to go towards the middle of the chassis. So it's going to go in one in there. Yeah, definitely going to need some tweezers for this. There we go. That was a really nice fit. And that is secure. It's not going to come out. It's very fragile, but it's not going to come out. And there's like you can see there's like a little flange on there, so you can get the tweezers either side and really push down carefully onto that, and that just clips in. They've got, like, as you can see, they've got like spade clips on to hold it into place. So that's a really nice design, but obviously be really careful with them. So that is the that cable done. That's the clutch done. Okay, next install the pedal cables in the same way, also on the underside of the chassis. in the position shown in the picture, pushing on the ends so they are properly inserted. Okay, so we want these. And the end that's sort of bent outwards will go up the hill, I believe. That's the way. Yep, that's the way I would do it. It doesn't really say. It just says as shown. So we're going to go into the 3 holes that are remaining. So it's 1 in. That's tricky. 2. I think that's the right way. Let me just check the other way. Yeah, it's definitely got to go that way. I'm actually going to put this side in first because this side's harder. 1, 2. There we go. That's 2 in. And then the last one. 1, 2. There we go. That's those 3 in. Happy with that. And then lastly, we're going to fit the tube by inserting the tabs into the hole indicated on the chassis. So, ooh, well, that doesn't really help me. Does that just blow in the wind? That goes in there. But it doesn't say where the other end goes. I mean, does it go in there? I mean, there is a hole there. But it doesn't show where it goes to. You've got the arrow here. I know, I see. And if you look here, it just goes down here somewhere. That looks like, to me, that would go there by the shape of that, but it's just saying to insert that there. So maybe we're going to do something with that later on. But it certainly doesn't say to do anything with it at the moment. And you can just, as I say, you can just see it goes in there and then it just runs down in here. It's nowhere near this duct, but that looks like where it's going to go eventually. But we will soon see. So that is that issue done, 68. So we're going to be moving on to 69. And even on 69, look, if you get a close up here, the pipe's still just disappearing down here, and it's not in there. And even at the end of the issue, the pipe is still down there. So I think we'll hold fire on that just for the moment, but I will keep that in mind. So 69 then. Middle frame and heater duct. So let me just move this out of the way for a moment. And I'll get some parts. Put my older screws away. So we've got BP09 screws and BP04. Right. So 69.1 is the middle frame. So we've got more metal part. We've got the heater duct, which is plastic. And then we've got some BP03 screws, but these are BD03 and BD04 screws, which are those. So these are both metal screws. So they're getting a bit mixed up with the old screws on these instructions. So BD03 and BD04s. Right, so the first step then is to bring the chassis back over. So let me move this out of the way again. Bring our prop. Okay. Fingerprints all over it. These are clean. Okay, so the first step is to turn the chassis upside down and place the heater duct along the center, fitting it into the posts of the recess shown so that the straight section is touching the chassis. Okay, so you've got like a D, so it wants the straight bit facing down. So let's try this both ways. Feel like it wants to fit better this way, but I don't think there's an orientation. But on mine, it seems to fit better this way, so I'll leave it that way. And then next, we are going to examine the middle frame. The widest part should be located in the rear of the base. Okay. So yeah, this is the widest end. So it's going to go on like that, and you can see you've got the other where that the heater duct is going to fit. So that's going to go. Is that right? Yeah, that's going in there like so. And that should keep that in place. Yes, it does. So that's good. So that is the frame on, and that is now. You can still turn it. No, it sort of just flaps in the wind, that bit. It doesn't. I can see how it goes, but it's not. We'll see when it's tightened down. Press the chassis to ensure it is properly fitted while checking that the heater duct is correctly placed. So yeah, it is, but as I say, it does seem to spin in the wind. Secure the rear of the frame with two BP03 screws. So that's these two here. So obviously that means BD03. So I'm going to get my little pump action oil out. I'm going to give that a little bit of oil just to help that go through. start that one off. Same on the other side. Okay, got to get the Oreo so I can get a real good handle on that. That's still loose. Okay, so that's that, and then secure the chassis with the other two here with BD04 screws, and these are the thicker screws. And that is nice and tight. So what I'm just going to do is now prop this on its side, just so I can really get a good grip on this. Make sure they're tight. Okay. Oh, do you know what? I've gone a bit too heavy on that one. Oops. I've messed it up. The middle of the screws come out. So I obviously went a bit too hard on that one. So let me just take this screws back out. There you go. Look, another mess up live on camera. So be gentle with those smaller screws. That reminds me of the DeLorean when we did the doors. I'm hoping there's still some. Let me take this back off. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to unscrew that. Because it has left the thread exposed. It's coming. It's coming slowly. Just glad it snapped where it did, because I can get this screw out and replace the screw, because we do get a spare. But yeah, I'm just have to be careful not to go too mad on that. It's just when you're used to these chassis parts, you want it all tight because you don't want it, flexing. And there we go, it's coming. Got it out. So, note to self, not so hard next time. We were lucky there. So let's try that again. Oh. So. Right, that's as far as I'm going with that one. Now that's happened. got the spare one. Hopefully that'll go in with no issues. And that's as far as I'm going with that one. Good recovery. There we go. And then these ones at the back, which are nice thick screws. So these ones are okay. I will make sure these are tight again. So as we were, I'm just going to give these a bit of a tighten. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I'll give these a little. Yeah, that's good. And that's good. I'm not doing that anymore. Perfect. This still spins, so it doesn't quite lock it into place, but it's not going to go anywhere. So we got away with that little error of mine. So there we go. Screws are all in. And that is solid. Brilliant. And that is it. Middle frame and rear heater duct. So they are 2 issues more done. So I can turn this back round. And we are done. So let's come back to me cam. Oh, so let's check messages. Oh, the chat's gone mad. So Dave Max says yes, it is, John, over 4 foot in length. Peter says yeah, in the hole. Yeah, I think it goes in there as well at some point. They might have forgotten to tell us to do that, but I think it does go in there myself, and I'll probably put a bit of glue on it as well. But I won't do it just yet. I don't want to jump ahead. Peter says mine was hanging around. Eric, howdy everyone. Hi Eric, how are you? Hope you're well. Peter says I can't remember where mine went. Peter says hi to Eric. Dave Max says hi to Eric. Eric says, hey, Pete and Dave. David Bassett says, good evening, Horlixs, all in chat. So, yeah, hello, David. Hope you're okay. Peter Webster says, hi, David Bassett. DS Model says, hi, everyone. Sorry we're late. Been to look at a pussy. Oh, no worries, Dave. No, honestly. Peter says, hi to Dave S. Lindsay Spill says, hi, Arctic Wolf, David Bassett and Ian Campbell. David Bassett says evening to Dave Builds and Lord Peter Webster. Lindsay says hi DS. David Bassett says evening to Dave at DS Models. Peter says sounds so wrong, Dave S. Laugh out loud. Dave Max says evening to David Bassett. Dave Mac Builds says evening to Dave. David Bassett says hi to Lindsay and a good evening to John. David Bassett says evening, Ian and Mark. Sprue and Glue. Oh my God! Wow. Hello, Sprue. How are you? Thanks for joining. Peter Webster says hi to Sprue, and Dave Max says hi, Sprue. Sprue says hi, Peter. Hi to Dave, and that's what she said. David Bassett says evening to Sprue and Glue. Sprue says hi to David. Lindsay says hi, Sprue. David Bassett says, well, sorted Horlixs. Phew. Yeah, it is my fault. I went a bit too guns on that one. It is only a small screw. It just ripped the head out the middle. Sprue and Glue says, hi, Lindsay. Many thanks for the kits, buddy. They're awesome. John says, evening, David Bassett. Sprue says, hi to John. John says, hi, Sprue. Dave Builds says, nice build, Alex. Great show. Thank you. And John was making says good screw recovery that Horlixs. Yeah, thank you. Do you know what? That's not like me, but it happened on the DeLorean, and it was a really small screw, so I will remember that. And that's the thing, you know. I probably would have been alright if I did them with the wearer, but because the Oreo gives a little bit more oomph, so yeah. But no, that's all good. Okay, so what's coming up? Weekend, I don't know. Just keep an eye on the Facebook groups, the page, the YouTube channels, the description. They're all the links in the description below, as I'm sure you all know by now. There may be something that pops up, there may not. Who knows? Then the next show that's scheduled will be Monday at 7 o'clock. Will be the Disney Doll's House with Crafty Chris and Yorkshire Crafter. There'll be no tank because the tank is complete. So yeah, that's the only show I know of at the moment. Or that could be subject to change, but keep an eye out. And then that brings us to Tuesday with the Chris's fabulous Eddie Stobart build. That's really taking shape now with those trailer chassis beams. So yeah, and I know she's really enjoying doing them at the moment because it's like big stuff going together, isn't it? So I'm not sure where she's going to park it though. And then after that should be the Titanic with Geordie Dave. So that will do for now. So you've got a few things coming up. And Sprue says, Horlixs, next time you'll screw in, take your time. Yeah, I normally do. I don't know. That just that came off a bit too easy. I think there must have been a defective screw. I'm gonna blame the screw for that. John says, night all, great show, Horlixs. Thank you. Sprue says hi to Mark, and David Bassett says I did that early on when putting the wheel nut guard on the front left wheel of the Routemaster. Right, yeah. It can be easily done. You sort of have a feel for the screw. Mark says hi to Sprue. Dave Max says night to John. And David Bassett says night to John. So that is me tonight. You have been watching Horlixs. Thank you very much. More of the VW done. Until next week when we continue. Have a good rest of your weekend, and yeah, I will catch you on another show. So take care, everyone, and good evening.
You've been knocked down and got up again. In a corner, you're surrounded, no defenders. Your fury and kept it in, but it's time now you ignite and turn to embers. Like a phoenix, you burst in a fire burn. A thirst and desire, you transform right up in a flash. You spread your wings to rise from the ashes. Phoenix, you burst in a fire burn. A thirst and desire, you transform right up in a flash. You spread your wings to rise from the ashes. They let you down, but you get up. They let you drown, but you don't stop. You show you're a phoenix.
Get ready for verse 2, Electric Boogaloo.
You see the truth behind the veil, and you know that they're just looking for attention.